Our next seasonal event, the Echoes of Eco, is on its way, and with tons of teasers abound, we've got to delve into what we can expect inside of the event today. So what island is the Echoes of Eco gonna be on? Well, quite luckily for us, Monster Handler Tyson, if we're heading over there, has spot which island Viveine is gonna be coming to.
How did Viveine meet all the critters seen on it? Oh, well, it is on Amber Island.
So Viveine is gonna be coming to Amber Island, but how on earth are we gonna get Viveine? Now, as you guys know, on Amber Island we have all of the fire vessels, and all of the fire essence behind the fire monsters are emplaced into each individual vessel. However, with Viveine, it's a seasonal monster, so how on earth is this going to be the case? Now, if we had a vessel for Viveine, then we'd be looking at needing a new design for it, some new lore, and seeing as though Cab's design, its initial one, was for Fire Essence exclusively, it's got to be explained why inside of its design and its lore, so this is a necessary feature behind Viveine if it was to come there. The other thing that automatically comes to mind too is, seeing as though Viveine is a seasonal monster, it just brings up to question, how on earth are we going to obtain it in the first place if we are to for a vessel? Obviously, Viveine's seasonal, so we could be looking at getting seasonals for it and zapping them from seasonal shanty, but that would restrict quite a lot of players from being able to get this monster, so maybe we could be looking at plant elementals, seeing as though it's based around plants, the seasonal event too. But guys, what has always been the way behind the seasonal monsters? It has always been breeding them. So teleporting Viveine from seasonal shanty is also quite a likely scenario. It'd provide a bit of a twist on the Amber Island's mechanics and give us a bit of break from zapping all of those eggs, as we've been doing quite a lot of that recently with these rare wobblins and stuff, so it'd be nice to have a bit of a break, I do think, away from it for a bit. However, I do think it'd be a bit of an easier route towards them relics that you do get on Amber Island, and seeing as though that's the case, this teleportation mechanic could skew up the relic balancing inside of the game and make the vessels a bit more likely, I do think, over the teleportation. All I have to say towards it wanting vessels, though, is Viveine, please don't be a diamond gobbler this time. As long as you don't take away all my diamonds, I'll be good, alright? Viveine's sound is very low-key on the seasonal shanty. I would place it as being one of the more calm, tranquil sounds over there. It doesn't really do much for the song, it's more so a filling out part, which is excellent for what it's made for. And going by that, I think it's gonna do the exact same, just fill out the song a little bit more. I think it'd slot very nicely inside of that beat pop. Just saying, that verse, it needs a lot, and Viveine could be an excellent part to fill out that verse a bit more. I'm really hoping that, seeing as though Viveine isn't a fire monster too, that we could potentially get 2 tracks. Might be calling myself out here, might be too much. You know what, I'm throwing it out there. Viveine, if you have 2 tracks, you're a godsend on Amber Island. You're already better than everyone. I'm also hoping that we could potentially have some different critters on Viveine. Viveine, it's all about having these different critters, and seeing them all on seasonal shanty was a really cool moment, so to spot that up again, I think having some different ones on it would be really cool. Now, going off of Viveine though, Viveine isn't the only thing that Amber Island has in store for us, because we also have the final Quint that's going to be coming along, and our final Amber Island monster. But the big question is this going to release with the Echoes of Eco event? Well, if we head over to his wonderful constellations that we've been looking at inside of his theory videos, we have Bowhead, the water one, who's in Ornicle's constellation in January, Tusky with the cold element that was with Glacier in March, and then what is our one for April? It is Blassoon's constellation, the plant one. So as final Quint, the plant Quint, will be arriving inside of Echoes of Eco, I do think. This event is being teased to be coming up next, and I don't think they're going to be holding it off for too long, and then seeing as though this is for an April constellation, I think they're running out of time here, and I think it'd be an amazing chance to add a plant Quint inside of a plant-based seasonal event, and it would conclude the longest island run that we've ever had, even above Ethereal Island, and my god, that thing went on for quite a while, seeing as though it was the first island that was added inside of the game. So this thing has been going on for a really long time, and I feel like this would be the excellent chance to end it on a really good banger, honestly. Now, for the design behind this Quint elemental, I've been thinking to myself, how can we encapsulate this huge grand Quint whilst also portraying the uncommon animals that we've been seeing, such as the bowhead whale and the mammoth with Tusky? I feel like an ape would be his most likely one here, and when I'm thinking about it being on the rarer side and potentially embracing these more bigger style Quints, I'm looking at that orangutan and I'm going, that would be our one. The orangutan is the animal that I do think our plant Quint could be based around. And you know what, we know where we want this monster to, just like the thing where I'm saying, you know, it could be filling out that beat pop. That beat pop, it all also does need a little bit more than Viveine, I do think. And this could be an excellent chance to add the final Quint and the final Amber Island monster, really, into a place where everyone wants it. It's the best part inside of the song in most people's book, and I think it's therefore the best place to add the final monster on the island. And seeing as though we need a percussion here, sure, Viveine's going to be providing a little bit on the instrumental side. I think we do need more, though, and I do think the automatic thing that comes to mind for me with an orangutan and just these references towards it being a more percussion monster is a clockwork monkey. Just like that clockwork monkey that you see inside of Toy Story with the symbols, I'm sensing something like that here, and then to draw a reference from that. The drums would be an OP move for this monster, seeing as though that could provide just so much for the Amber Island song. Might be getting my hopes a little bit too high here, I don't know. But I feel like the drums would be an excellent match for that verse too. Dromedary having a duet with that little one note noise. Yes, one note. We're still not over that. I think would be excellent for the beat pop. He could have a cute top, some trousers, just like them clockwork monkeys too, to draw reference to it. A bit like a fashionista, just like Clover Vera. Yes, we like the rhyme in there. And it could be stood up too, seen as though the clockwork monkeys are often stood up. A bit like, finally having a stood up monster again would be really cool. I love me stood up ones. Usually have really cool animations, those, whether it's Wubbox or so please bring it back. I really would like that. And for our plant Quint, I've brought up here Ral's design. Ral's has designed the perfect plant elemental Quint to release inside of the Echoes of Eco event. It's got the trees, it's got everything nailed down to cut, and you know what? I think it might be based on an orangutan. Ral's will have to correct me, I'm not really too sure. It does look very similar towards the other kind of Quint designs that we've been seeing so far, and I'm loving the potbelly reference at the back of it. We've not really seen any references like that before towards any monsters, and I think that's a perfect fit with this one, so I'm all over it. Also looks like it'd play a percussion sound with its hands, this one. Although it has been stated by Riles that it plays the flute, so I'm assuming that might come from the mouth. That would be a very unexpected sound if that did happen from a monster. What else do we have coming inside of Echoes of Eco, though? We don't just have this plant Quint, we don't just have Viveine the Diamond Gobbler, no. We also have some other things that have been teased. So over in as recent trailer for the Rare Wubblins, they released a bit of a tease towards the Crucible getting an upgrade. And what does this mean, guys? What does this mean? It means that we're going to be seen as epic fire monsters on Amber Island. But also, guys, if you guys are looking for a bit more of a hint towards this new Crucible and what it might look like, look no further than the recent Vessels promotion that's going on in-game. Just to the left there, you can see the Crucible's upgraded form, it does look like, to the side here. Not really too much to show. However, I am aware that for a split second, a split frame inside of that new teaser that they showed, you can see the upgraded form of the Crucible. Not going to be showing that here, as I do think the Echoes of Eco skin might be visible there too. If you want to go and get some spoilers, I suppose it's in the official thing, so I suppose it's not really a leak, but we're not going to be going over it here, so make sure to go and look at that if you want. With us epic fires though, what are we going to be expecting from them? Well, out of the ones that we got so far, we've got Kana, Stog, Boscus, Glow. That's as single and double element ones. Triple ones, Waddle, Z-Grab, Root 2, and as final quad, that being Epic Tringers. The rest of us ones haven't released as of yet, but those are the ones that we'll be seeing with the Crucible. All of these, we've got a whopping 8 epics to come here. I think it's very unlikely for them to all come at once, especially seeing as though we got so much Echoes of Eco goodness going on inside of the game, and we do need content all around. So I do think as single and doubles will come inside of Echoes of Eco, but we might save the triples and Epic Tring till later. I would love if they sprinkled them out throughout the Echoes of Eco event or just through the coming weeks. I think that'd be amazing, just like they did for Anniversary Month, because that was really cool. So we'll have to see on that one. However, something that is really exciting to me is actually the Echoes of Eco skin. Now, I think this one could end up being our best skin yet, so hear me out here. So first of all, I do think we're going to be having as flowers, flower pots, nature trinkets, probably some gnomes, water baskins, stuff like that scattered through the island. But most importantly, I think we're going to have a large tree. Echoes of Eco, it's all linking back to Tree Day. That's what the original thoughts were behind this event, that it was going to be linked towards that. Turned out to be a full-on nature event, which is really cool, but Viveine's design also links back to trees, so it just makes sense to have a large tree or have some large trees scattered throughout this. However, through these seasonal events that we've been getting, these brand new ones, there's been something what I've been saying time and time again that I would like, and I think this could finally be our chance to discover this thing that I've been wanting, and that is to finally have some critter goodness finally inside of these island skins, and not with new ones like I've been requesting this time, but actually to have a critter reunion. The Echoes of Eco, it's all about nature goodness, and therefore, seeing as though it's all about these critters too, Viveine, that's the whole thing. that's the whole spiel. That's what Viveine is about. It's about those critters. And I think the island skin should embrace that too. I'm talking an island full of critters. Let's have Air Islands critter flapping around with Sugarbush Islands and Emerald Islands and Gold Islands all rejoicing with one another. This is their chance to have a full-on critter reunion. And this is their only chance that they're going to get to do it too. So I am really hopeful that they do tie into this concept. We could have Fire Havens frogs in the water basins, for example, vegetable medleys snails inside of the plant pots. There's just so many chances here to add these critters all around the island. And it's a perfect chance to add just tons of Easter eggs like what we got with Extravaganza. That was hands down the best thing out of the seasonal skins. The Easter eggs on that were just crazy. And I want to see more things like that because it just really rejuvenated the island to me and made it something special. So hopefully we can see a critter reunion here. For this critter reunion though, once again, Ral's has come up with a design. Ral's, you are on it, and my word, is this a beautiful design. We've got pretty much every single critter going here. We've got Plant Islands, we've got Mirror Plant Islands, Cold Islands, Mirror Cold Islands, Fire Havens, Amber Islands, and everything in between here. We've even got Air Islands on the earpiece at the bottom. It's just a critter reunion here. Look at this, even Tribal Islands worm at the back of this. The amount of Easter eggs here, it's just uncanny, and I'd love the Cold Island ones hanging out at the side. The little hut there is everything to me, and this just really highlighted to me how much I want the critters to return in some form in these seasonal skins. Please make it happen. Okay, we can save the new one for another time. I'm still hoping that will happen, but please make this a critter reunion. This could be amazing. Besides everything that we've just been over, wait, because there's even more that's potentially coming inside of Echoes of Eco. So as you guys know, inside of us waves, we've been seeing all these rares release, and they've been releasing in the original order that the waves released on Amber Island. So first of all, we had rare yellow nuts, and then all wave up to wave 4 we saw through, and inside of wave 5 we had PongPing. So therefore, Rare PongPing is our next rare fire elemental, and they're going to be releasing along with the plant Quint. And for Rare PongPing, what you might not know about PongPing is PongPing was originally supposed to be the Water Island quad, and it was replaced with Shelby. So seeing as though it has all of those origins, and they've been doing such a good job recently with all of the concept art, I think it would be amazing if we could tie back to that in some way and have it be a more water-based elemental design, whether it be a more squid form too, to reference Shelby, and it perhaps looking up to Shelby in terms of its lore and stuff. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here, and I just want to see a squid version of PongPing. That is a way to change this monster up completely. For what it could look like though, we have Lyquad's design to look at here. Lyquad has encapsulated the water aesthetic that I think we are going to be seeing with this, with the huge fins at the very top here. And honestly, when I was correlating out my theories, I could not believe how well this thing fits with it. I think it definitely doesn't encapsulate the squid form as what we're on about here, but the huge tail at the back, the fin, oh, it's honestly amazing, and I think this is the kind of exact example towards what they could follow through with this rare. But the release behind these things, the Echoes of Eco event is absolutely what we're going to be seeing next for its next update, so I do think, seeing as though there's teasers everywhere, this thing is probably going to be coming on the 19th of April, next Wednesday. As Plant Quint could arguably be saved till later, there's nothing indicating it's going to be coming then. We know they love to throw updates at us all at once, so you know what, I'm putting it down to come in then. It's the perfect chance, so it's the plant themed seasonal event, and as Plant Constellation is going to be ending soon, so they are running out of time here. I will say though, if we go back to that promotion, it does say to prepare for the final wave, and those vessels don't expire for quite a while. I'm hoping that ain't the case, because that means they've probably just delayed it from all of the Facebook issues and stuff, but I would still really like to see this Plant Quint before the Plant Constellation does end. If you guys enjoyed this video though, please make sure to go and check out this one. Let's hope we get some really good critter goodness with this one. I'll take any critter goodness any day.